I'm Julian Taylor. I work for Scottish Enterprise, part of the leadership team in Scottish Enterprise, and I'm the Executive Director with responsibility for Scottish Development International's operations throughout the Asia-Pacific region. Right from the earliest days, Lachlan Macquarie, the founding father of Australia, was in fact a Scot, and Scotland has been exporting many people to Australia for generations since, and I suspect everybody in the Highlands and Islands area knows someone who is in or has been to Australia. So it's huge familiarity. And we see that in trade opportunities with over 90 Scottish companies having a presence in Australia already. Australia itself is a fantastic market. It is the 12th largest market in the world, behind in 11th place India, 12th place Australia, 13th place Spain. So it gives a sense of the scale of the opportunity within Australia itself. So in Western Australia and indeed in Queensland, there are opportunities around oil and gas, centred at the moment in Perth, Western Australia, but opportunities on the other coast as well, and indeed in Darwin in the north. So lots of opportunities in oil and gas, from supply chain to some of the technical aspects around health and safety, for example. Australians are great foodies. They love their food, and Scotland produces fantastic food. A real marriage there between the demand in Australia and the premium products that Scotland produces, the products with an authenticity, with a real story, something to say that Australian consumers, whether that's food or drink. And then opportunities, for example, in tourism in Queensland, and to be honest, every state, every territory in Australia has something to offer Scottish companies. So historically, Australia has traded with Europe in the north and across to the US, so very firm relationships there. Beyond those traditional markets, Australia has a deep, not just physical, but a cultural alignment with the opportunities in Asia. More traditionally in Indonesia, but now moving on into China and the other emerging markets of Southeast Asia. So Australia is a great landing post for Scottish businesses to start the trade, but from Australia there are market opportunities out into the rest of Asia. So we've worked with Highlands and Islands based companies in diverse areas as oil and gas, supplying into the oil and gas industry, through to craft brewing. And the sort of support that we do provide is pre-market entry, guidance and advice to help companies in Scotland understand the nature of the market, in-market support by helping companies connect to customers, to suppliers, to experts that they might need, whether that's a legal profession, financial advice and guidance, and post-market entry support to ensure that companies that are in market are settled and are functioning as well as they possibly can, and then ideally moving on to other markets. The key aspect, or one of the key aspects that we do provide, is support from the network of global Scots that are committed senior business leaders throughout the world, committed to supporting the development of Scottish businesses. So we have C-level relationships in virtually all of the major organisations throughout the world, but in this case certainly throughout Australia, who can provide support, advice, guidance, connections to Scottish businesses looking to enter the market. Australia is a great market. It's been growing consistently 3%, 3.5% for the last 20 years. It has weathered the financial storm that's hit the rest of the world probably better than any other economy. And it's done that because of its growing markets in Asia, but it's also done that because of its consistent, clear, understandable regulatory environment. The ease of doing business in Australia is very high, very easy to do business in Australia. It has a very highly skilled workforce. It has 5 universities in the world top 100. It's a great place to live. It has 4 cities in the world top 10 most livable cities. So the aspects of doing business in Australia are very easy, and the government environment, the government support that is available is also very strong.